Hey guys, Salty Merce here. I'm going to talk about something a little bit different than my normal videos so far. So far I've talked mostly about like Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, stocks, and the like. Right now I'm going to talk a little bit more about, my kind of field, healthcare. And we're going to talk about the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Real quick, I'm going to keep this short though. I've read a lot on this. So as you can see at the top of my bar here, I've kind of read through any of the major publications so far on it, everything from the CDC's website to Pfizer's own information on the study, and even the New England Journal of Medicine's article on it as well. So one thing to really kind of notate here is this vaccine is a RNA vaccine. Essentially what RNA is going to do, it's not a living vaccine. It's actually a way for the body to you get the vaccine and creates an immune response. Essentially, it allows the body to, lack of a better term, code itself to recognize the SARS-CoV-2 strand. And once it does recognize that, if you were to be in contact with somebody that was sick and say you're exposed, well, now your body will recognize that and create that immune response to prevent it from essentially entering your body. Far and wide, the results are very promising. I do want to talk a little bit on the control groups, essentially. So the study incorporated well over 40,000 people on phase 1, phase 2 of this study. Phase 3 is not complete yet, well, because the vaccine has not been out for 24 months, and you kind of need it to be out for about 2 years before you can complete phase 3, because you're watching for long-term unanticipated consequences of the medication or the vaccine, as you will call it. So, by far and large, most of the people that get this vaccine are protected against the virus, and they will have varying side effects from being vaccinated, mostly like headaches, nausea, not vomiting, nausea, fatigue, that sort of thing. And it's usually reported actually in the younger age groups from 18 to 55. It's actually been reported more in that age group than it is in the 56 and over group. I will say there is a part of the study that I read, where was it here, that had me a little concerned, because it doesn't just, in the educational pamphlets, it does not discuss this for healthcare providers to discuss with the patients, and that's contraceptives. So during the study, the people that received the vaccine that met the criteria to be in the study, women that is, during the in that age group, that's childbearing age, they were educated on which contraceptives to use, right here, which contraceptives to use, and if they were to become pregnant, then they should stop participating in the study, and that information. So my concern here is we don't really have detailed information on if this can affect reproduction with women or even men, really. The likelihood of that is very low. I don't want to use that as a means to scare anybody, but I would be curious from Pfizer's perspective if they have any information on if the RNA vaccine could interfere with your body's ability to reproduce. I really don't believe that at all. I think the likelihood of that is extraordinarily low, but it is something to consider. As well with the study, one thing to point out is that the people that were participating in phase 1 and phase 2 were healthy individuals, age 18 to 55. There were several medical conditions that were listed as excluding factors from the study. So if you were to look here, these are the factors that excluded them from this study. So they could not have had a reaction to vaccines in the past. They couldn't have had any medications to prevent COVID, history of uncontrolled hypertension, high blood pressure, that is, diabetes, any lung disease, if they're a smoker, liver disease. You can read this. This is off Pfizer's own study information. So the medical conditions could be included if they were relatively stable and they haven't had any hospitalization 6 weeks preceding the study. So my only question is, obviously we have a country that have a lot of people that have these issues that are going to be vaccinated against this. And as we know, the RNA vaccine causes an immune response. So it's a mild immune response, but it's enough where I would be kind of wondering if somebody who is immunocompromised and this triggers immune response, could this trigger a bradykinin storm? I don't think it would, but that is a concern I would have with it. I'm not an expert in this field by any means. I'm not a virologist, so I'm not a physician. I'm just going off a logical interpretation of the study, if you look into research at all. So I will end with this note. By far and large, the study is safe. There are no significant adverse events that have been reported with in association to the vaccination, at least. As always, if you're allergic to the ingredients in the vaccine, as we can see here somewhere, right here, if you're allergic to any of these components, you should not have the vaccine, because you will likely have an allergic reaction, let alone anaphylaxis, and you do not want that. Most of these are naturally occurring substances in your body anyway, so I always find it ironic when people are allergic to things like saline, or that alike. Anyhow, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment below, ask some questions. I'll do some more reading. I'll post another video if really come across anything that is significant I think you guys should know. Right now, as far as I stand, I do agree that this is a safe vaccine that is relatively beneficial to what we're seeing out there. If you are seriously concerned about COVID-19, then this is something you should think about getting. If you're not concerned, I would still get this at some point. Maintain your hand washing, hygiene, etc. Be a good person. So again, like, comment, subscribe below. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and Salty Merce is out for now.